Hello, it's me, Reed.
I'm Jennifer. Welcome to another Faith at Home listening practice.
Yes, welcome. We're going to be reading from Psalm 33 today, 13 to 22.
So the second half of Psalm 33 from the Message.
Yes.
And if you're new to this practice, or if this is a practice that you have shared with us many times, we follow a similar pattern every time. We listen first for a word or a phrase that jumps out to us. And then we go back again, listening another time for an invitation, something that calls us forward to the day.
Mm-hmm. It can be useful to have a piece of paper or a book, if you like to write in that, to keep those things in your mind and take them with you through the day. It's very helpful to be reminded throughout the day the things you've learned from God in the previously.
And it can also be helpful then to review the practices from the past and see what are the patterns and themes that we notice in our interactions with the Divine Family.
Yeah, things crop up a lot. Same thing. So
you might have noticed that similar themes come up for us over and over again.
Yeah.
And we sure are happy to hear what themes are coming out for you too. Mm-hmm. So today, Psalm 33, verses 13 to 22. I wonder if you'd start reading today.
Sure. From high in the skies, God looks around and sees all Adam's brood. From where God sits and overlooks all us earth dwellers, God has shaped each person in turn. Now, God watches everything we do. No king succeeds with a big army alone. No warrior wins by brute strength. Horsepower is not the answer. No one gets by on muscle alone. Watch this. God's eye is on those who respect God, the ones who are looking for God's love. God is ready to come to their rescue in bad times. In lean times, God keeps body and soul together. We're depending on God. God's everything we need. What's more, our hearts brim with joy since we've taken for our own God's holy name. Love us, God, with all you've got. That's what we're depending on.
There are many pieces of this psalm that jump out for me today. That sense of God's eye is on me, that God holds me together, body and soul, in lean times. And then that there's joy, hearts brimming with joy. Those three really stand out to me today.
No one gets by on muscle alone. Kind of resonated with me today. It stuck out. I think for whatever reason, I think I should just tough it out often. I should do everything on my own. That be a man, the man. Come on, just do it, get it done. And it's not realistic. It's not only that, it's I don't think it's right. For me anyway. I need to rely on God for those things, and that just really stuck out to me. That it's okay to ask for help.
More than okay. So I wonder what you hear as a word or phrase or an idea that jumps out for you today. We'll listen again, and this time we're paying attention for an invitation. And it may come as just sort of a little whisper, and you might need to take a few moments to share it with someone to have that whisper become a little stronger or more steady for you. So, Psalm 33, verses 13 to 22 from the Message. From high in the skies, God looks around. God sees all Adam's brood. From where God sits, God overlooks all us earth dwellers. God has shaped each person in turn. Now God watches everything we do. No king succeeds with a big army alone. No warrior wins by brute strength. Horsepower is not the answer. No one gets by on muscle alone. Watch this. God's eye is on those who respect God, the ones who are looking for God's love. God's ready to come to their rescue in bad times. In lean times, God keeps body and soul together. We're depending on God. God's everything we need. What's more, our hearts brim with joy, since we've taken for our own God's holy name. Love us, God, with all you've got. That's what we're depending on. Is there an invitation that stands out for you today?
Yeah, it was related to that. No one gets by on muscle alone. It goes later. It talks about God's everything we need. And I think the invitation is to, as I said, going back to that, my society, culture, whatever, my upbringing says you should, just tough it out. Do it on your own. Why do you ask for help all the time or something? I don't know. But God is there. God is ready to come to my rescue and wanting to. So the invitation is to don't neglect that, I guess. That God is waiting. God's here. Mm. We've said it many times through these things, that God is always speaking and God is always with you, even when you need help. It's not just about, gripe to God. Yes, I gripe. Don't get me wrong, I do a lot of griping. But when you need help, God is there to listen, but also to speak. And, I like that in lean times, God keeps body and soul together. And that just to not neglect coming. I think that's a theme for me.
It's a theme for you.
That's a theme for me, that I don't do it enough. I keep trying to think, I can do this. I got this. When I don't always got it.
I think what stands out for me is that sense of the ones who are looking for God's love will find it. And not because we have to go hunting for it like it's a hidden treasure, but that the Divine Family's love for us is there. And if we open our eyes, we can see it. And when we're looking for help, if we are attentive and come to dialogue, we often will find that, here's the space. Here's the person who's there to help. Here's the situation. So for me, that's the invitation, is to keep on looking for God's love. Keep on finding where it is in my life. And I think to keep on being part of helping other people find that too. So we'd love to hear from you. What are you noticing as you listen to this psalm today? And maybe this is an opportunity to pause and reflect back. What themes are coming up for you? So thank you for being here with us again.
We'll see you again. We'll
Bye-bye.
see you later. Bye-bye.